Everybody, good morning. So, in today's session, we are going to discuss about the electrical power generation systems. So, as we know already that various methods are there to produce the electrical energy. So, in this module, we are going to discuss what are all the ways we are following to generate the electrical energy. Thus, we have to know what are all the sources available for producing the electrical energy. The electrical energy is produced from electric energy available in various forms in nature. It is desirable to look into various sources of energy. These sources of energy are the sun, wind, water, fuels, apart from the nuclear energy, biogas, and then ocean energy, tidal energy. Many things are available. So we are going to concentrate on this five types that is five types of sources. One is the sun, wind, water, fuels, and the nuclear energy. The sun is the primary source of energy. The heat energy radiated by the sun can be focused over a small area by means of an reflectors. So that thing is called as the solar collectors, right? Already we know. So in day-to-day life, we are seeing the solar collectors, which helps to heat the water, right? In many houses, in many domestic appliances, they are following the solar heaters. So these heat can be used to rise steam or electrical energy can be produced with the help of turbine alternator combinations. However, this method has the limited application because it requires a large area for the generation of even a small amount of electrical power. Because to receive the maximum amount of energy from the sun, we are making the solar collectors in the large maximum size. So it cannot be used in cloudy days or at night. We have to store the energy for future purpose, that is for the cloudy days purpose. The next source is the wind. This method can be used where the wind flows for a considerable length of time. So we have to concentrate on the wind speed and wind direction while preferring the wind as an source. So in order to obtain the electrical energy from a windmill continuously, the generator is to charge the batteries. As I already said that when we are using the sun as an source, likewise, when we are using the wind as a source, we have to follow the batteries to store the energy for the future purpose also. Then, what are the drawbacks by while you using the wind as a source means it becomes variable output because based on the wind speed and the wind direction, the output will be varies. Unreliable because of uncertainty about the wind pressure and the power generated is quite small. So the next source is the water. When water is stored at a suitable place, it possesses potential energy because of the head created. So mainly we are in need of the dam. சரிங்களா? So this water energy can be converted into mechanical energy with the help of the water turbines. The water turbine drives the alternator, which converts mechanical energy into the electrical energy. So one of the very popular method to convert the to receive the electrical energy from various sources. Then we are using fuels. So the main fuel using for the energy production is the solid fuel as coal, liquid fuel as oil, and the gas fuel as the natural gas. So nuclear energy. And the nuclear energy is the that is one of the main method for you producing the electrical energy. It was discovered that large amount of heat energy is liberated by the fission of the uranium material and the other fissionable materials. So it is estimated that the heat produced by the 1 kg of nuclear fuel is equal to that of produced by 4,500 tons of coal. So when we are burning the coal to produce the steam, we are in need of more resources. That is, we need 4,500 tons of coals to produce the heat which is created by the 1 kg of nuclear fuel. So we are shifting our the conventional methods to use this nuclear energy, nuclear materials usage. Then the energy resources which cannot be exhausted and can be used again and again is called as renewable energy sources. The solar energy, wind, tidal, hydroelectricity, biomass or the renewable energy sources. The non-renewable energy sources means which cannot be used repeatedly. That is called as non-renewable energy sources. So the coal, petroleum and natural gas are the non-renewable energy sources. So what is the difference between this renewable and non-renewable energy sources means this renewable energy we can use again and again throughout its life, but the non-renewable energy will be exhausted at one time. Then renewable energy sources or the energy sources which cannot be exhausted. Then the renewable energy sources has low carbon emission, hence it is environmental friendly. But in case of non-renewable energy sources, it becomes polluted. So it is present in unlimited quantity. That is, renewable energy sources are not in a particular level. So it is unlimited. But in case of non-renewable energy sources, it is limited. The cost is low when we are following the renewable energy sources when compared to the non-renewable energy sources. So it is pollution free. The non-renewable energy sources is a pollution occurring thing, and the life of resource is infinite. The life of source is finite and vanishes. It's one day. But in case of renewable energy sources, the maintenance cost is very high, but not in case of the non-renewable energy sources. Large land area is required for the installation of its power plant. The less land area is required for power plants installation in case of non-renewable energy sources. So there are some examples for renewable energy sources and the non-renewable energy sources. The first thing is the thermal power plant, which is also called a steam power station. So the generating station which converts heat energy of coal combustion into electrical energy is called a steam power station. So with the help of the diagram, we can understood the process. So this is the diagram, right? So here the source is the coal gets burned, and because of that burned coal, the water in the boiler gets heated. Okay, so when the water gets heated, boiled, when the water boiled, a steam is produced, right? That steam is traveled towards the turbine. That turbine is called a steam turbine. So we know that the turbine has the blades, right? So that steam helps to rotate that blade in the turbine. So when the turbine blade gets rotated, it is called as the mechanical energy production. So the rotation means it is called as mechanical energy, right? As already we discussed in the DC machine style. So when it gets rotated, the shaft which is connected with the generator also rotates. So the input to the generator is the mechanical energy. Okay, so that mechanical energy is the rotation here. That mechanical energy is given to the generator. The output is that is received as an electrical energy. So this is the principle behind the working of the steam power station. In the flow chart, see, the chemical energy is in coal, then it is converted into heat energy in steam, then mechanical energy in the turbine, and electrical energy in the generator. So this is the flow. So the steam out from the turbine, again it gets condensed and it becomes the water. Again the water gets boiled, then the steam is received from the turbine. The process goes on. Okay, so this is the principle behind the usage of that is operation of the steam turbine, steam power station. So what are all the parts in the steam power station? Means coal and ash handling arrangement, steam generating plant, steam turbine, alternator, feed water, cooling arrangement. So each does its process individually. That is, in case of coal, it gets burned and the water gets heated in the boiler. And when the water gets boiled, at the time of the steam is produced, the steam is traveled towards the turbine. Again, the turbine starts rotating, and the steam out from the turbine is again given to the condenser. Here again, the steam is converted into water. The process gets repeated. Okay, then this is the steam generating plant, and about the steam turbine we studied. Finally, it reaches the alternator and the output is received. The advantages are the fuel is quite cheap, less initial cost as compared to the other generating stations. It can be installed at any place irrespective of the existence of the coal. The cost of the generation is lesser when compared to the diesel power station. Okay, that's all about the steam power station. Thank you.